I hope I can't find him now in the paddock because then he has a problem. What a...
I don't blame him either for his reaction. I mean, it's like Christian Horner said that Ocon was lucky that he just got pushed. I would agree too.
Yeah.
I think he's very lucky that Max probably would have kicked his ass.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
I mean, like, I thought Esteban was always kind of like a really nice guy and stuff like that, but I don't know, maybe he's got an edge to him that we've sort of seen today, and there's history between the two of them. I don't think he did it on purpose, but I think the fact that Verstappen was the leader and was next to him was a big factor. And to me, this is why this was so... It angered me, and I mean, like, we like Max Verstappen, but I mean, it's not, you know, like, we're the biggest fans of him and stuff like that, but I don't understand. We were talking about this before we got on the air. I don't understand how you don't defend Max in this case. And I see people that are like, well, Max should have gave him more room and all this type of stuff, and I'm like, he's the race leader.
He's the race leader.
That's he's in the advantage. I mean, you got a guy who's P16. Not if he was 10th, 9th, 8th, we've seen a couple of those races where, you know, whatever the case is, they get lapped. And you want to fight to stay on the lead lap, or you've got, you know, you're fighting for position. He had just made a pit stop. He wasn't anywhere near, you know, the next car in front.
No.
And he was P16 and a lap down.
I honestly just don't understand it. Like, why would you try to race the race leader? Like, what is your advantage in that situation?
Exactly.
Like, there's no reason for you to try to race the race leader. You're slowing him down. You're slowing the rest of the pack down, as well as ruining a race for a lot of people, and especially one person in that circumstance.
Mad Max, angry ass Dutchman.
I just honestly, I just don't get it. He's going to be hearing about it a lot for his upcoming race, and I'm sure we'll be talking about it too till the next race. But
for sure, it was just ridiculous to me. I mean, it's like you touched on. What's the advantage? Okay, let's say Ocon gets by him in that corner. There's another straight that follows that. It's the second DRS zone. So you could pretty much guarantee that he would have gotten by him in that straight going into the corner. So what's your advantage? It's not like the Force India had blistering pace and speed. He was on fresher tires, but Max would have gotten by him, and he would have gotten blue flags in the end to let the race leader go by him.
Alonso got, I think, 2 blue flags.
Not only that, but he and Van Dorn got penalized for ignoring blue flags. So I mean, they both got like penalty points, which makes no difference. They're gone next year.
They're gone,
anyway.
yeah.
So, but I just don't see people that were like, oh, well, Max should have gave him more room. You know, sometimes on these issues we're maybe in the middle, and for me, I always sort of try and see both sides.
Yeah. But
I think in this case, I 100% that this was Ocon's fault, and I don't know. I mean, I don't see why Max Verstappen should say, "Oh, sorry, Esteban, let me. You can just go by me." He's in the race lead. He's running his own race, 2 separate races, P1 and P16.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just inexcusable. You can't
it doesn't make
do that.
No, you should not be allowed to do that whatsoever.
And then what I hate is like Hamilton in the debrief room was like,
about to say the same thing.
And I'm like, you know what, Lewis? If that was you, you would have been asking for Ocon's head on a stick.
Oh, 100%.
So like, let's stop with the you know, he should have this and that. If it would have happened to you, you would have been asking for him to be suspended.
I didn't like the comment where basically everybody was saying, "Oh, it's Max." What the fuck does that mean?
No. With Ocon too, I thought that his comments too were very unfair.
Oh, I actually didn't get to see his comments.
Well, he kind of acted like an asshole, to be honest with you, and he was like, "Oh well, you know, not much to say." He basically was saying like it wasn't his fault, and that he's fighting to stay on the lead lap and all this type of stuff.
Oh my god!
But it's just funny because obviously he's a Mercedes driver, so. I'm not. It wasn't a conspiracy.
No,
I
don't take it as that whatsoever.
You know, there's people just making jokes as relating to that. But it's funny because when Hamilton leads a race, I mean, Ocon sometimes nearly parks his car and gets out of it to let Hamilton by him.